for the session. So hello everyone, and welcome to the webinar Hotels in Sabre. In this webinar, we will provide you with information on how to find the hotel property and rate travelers want. Let's learn how to use the content services for lodging, which is an innovative way to simplify the process of sourcing hotel properties by filtering results based on search criteria. Agencies can use content services for lodging to conveniently compare Sabre GDS and aggregator content side by side, making it a revolutionary way to shop and book the ideal experiences for your traveler. So before we start, let me just introduce myself. My name is Karina Fioranelli. I'm Brazilian. I'm based in São Paulo, Brazil. That's why you notice an accent in my speech. I belong to the sales campaign team in Latin America, responsible for Latin America and the Caribbean, and I will be your host for the session today. My mission will be to monitor the chat, pass the questions to our presenter, and pay attention to your comments. We will also try to answer all your questions during this 1 hour session. However, if any questions remain unanswered, we will try to do so in the supporting materials that we will share with you after this session within the next 24 hours. So let's talk about and review some of the basic but very important housekeeping items for this meeting. This session will last 60 minutes. All lines have been muted to guarantee a correct development of the session and to avoid background noise that might affect the quality of the session or distract our presenter. The chat window is already active. You can send your questions and comments through the chat, and we will pass them out to our guest speaker. The session is being recorded and will be uploaded later to our YouTube channel and shared with you. Within the next 24 hours, we will send you via email a supporting material set, including the presentation delivered today, a training calendar, the session recording, and the link to the customer satisfaction survey. And with that, let me now introduce our presenter and panelists. Leilani Barletta, who is a training specialist, and she is part of the Global Education Solution team, and she will guide us during your presentation today. We'll also have 3 other experts as part of this session. Kelly, Sebastian, and Xavi. The 3 of them are members of the sales strategy team for Lodging, Ground, and Sea, and they will also help us to answer the questions after the session, at the end of the session. So thank you everyone for participating and for joining us today. And with that, I will pass the floor to our presenter, Leilani. Best of success, Leilani, with your presentation. Let me
Thank
just stop here and I will promote you
you.
as presenter. Let me just promote you. You will be more important starting now. Okay.
Let me.
And then I think you'll be able to
Okay,
see the share button.
wonderful. Okay,
Yes, we can see the PowerPoint already.
okay, perfect. Wonderful. So first of all, thank you very much for the invitation into this session. It's a pleasure for me to be here with all of you and with our panelists, experts on the topic. So, okay, so let's start today talking. Let's start by talking about CSL, Content Services for Lodging. Let's do a brief introduction to this topic that gathered us today. So CSL means Content Services for Lodging, is the new Sabre standard for booking hotels through the GDS with aggregator partners. Our aggregator partners are Beds Online, Booking.com, and Expedia. So it's very easy to use, is very intuitive, is graphical, is a functionality that uses the graphical options and integrates the GDS hotels that you already know with the aggregator content. And all the content will be in one single shopping display. So we have now the ability to shop over 1 million different properties between GDS and aggregators. Currently, as we mentioned, our aggregator partners are Beds Online, Booking.com, and Expedia. CSL aggregates, normalizes, and structures the content from multiple distribution resources like third parties. And as I said before, everything will be in one single response. To access the hotel aggregator content, first the agency needs to sign up with the aggregators through Sabre Central, negotiate with them the rates and the possible commission. And once the agency has the credentials from each aggregator, the agency needs, the administrator of the agency needs to upload the credentials in the Hotel Program Manager. Hotel Program Manager contains a tab, which is the configuration tab, where the credentials will go, okay? So let's see the benefits we have by doing this CSL in Sabre 360. So first of all, increased efficiency. We have one display with multiple sources of in the shopping process. All type of segments are going to be allowed in one PNR. So you can have your air segments, your hotels, you can have your cars, right? And this provides an enhanced user experience. So you do all in one single platform. You do it all in Sabre 360. Then access to content. We have multiple sources of content, GDS aggregators. Again, one single platform. And this translates into larger availability and more rates, more inventory of rates. Okay. Then regarding revenue, improved bottom line. All bookings made via CSL are active. Those are HK segments. So this adds to segmentation for both GDS and aggregators. Commissions are paid by the aggregator to the agencies. Okay. Okay, so what is the workflow? How do we work with CSL? We have 4 easy steps. We keep doing the steps that we have with GDS hotels aggregators is the same. We display the hotel availability. Then we look at the room rates. We check the rules. If everything goes fine for us and for the customer, we book it. Okay, so we have 4 easy steps. And now let's go to Sabre 360 so we know and we understand how it works. Okay, so let me just first of all verify if I'm not signed out, just in case. Let me just double check that. Oh, oh, sorry. It seems I'm having issues with my connectivity. Okay, now we're done. Okay. Sorry about that, but I think I will need to sign in again. Okay, let me do this.
You might need to close and reopen.
Do you think so? Oh,
Yeah, most likely.
unbelievable. Let me just check. Because if I close, I would take some more minutes from your time. Okay, let's see if we're lucky. Okay, so this is the one that I wanted. So sometimes when we start booking hotels, we have two ways. We can go start our booking from scratch, right? We don't have air segments. We don't have any car segment or any segment type. So we go to Command Helper. We go to Hotel, and then we are going to find the three CSL options: Hotel Search, address where my passenger is going, and then I find a hotel for that specific place. And then the property search. My traveler, my passenger wants one specific hotel, so I can go and search, look for it directly. So these are the three options that I have. And of course that I need to complete all these, right, to get my hotel, or just a few fields. But in general, we already have our air segments and we want to add the hotel, right? So if that's the case, it is easier. So you will have your reservation, right? Your reservation is here and my air segments are here. So I go to these three dots and I add the hotel, right? So all the fields are going to be completed automatically because the system reads what I have in my reservation. It's exactly the same, but if your air segments are already done, you can go this way and it will be auto-populated. So first we have the location where the passenger is going, then the check-in, then the number of nights, then the checkout, and the number of guests. And this information comes from the booking if you already have one. Otherwise, you will need to complete these fields. Okay? So it's simple. Then you have some optional fields like a chain code, the property name you're looking for, the distance from your reference point, which is Miami, and some other qualifiers that you may select. So for me, I'm not going to add anything else. I'm just go directly to the shop hotels, right? Because I want to see what is the offer for that itinerary. And it will take a moment. Right, let me close the trip summary here. Wonderful. So we have different options, as you can see. And from here, I can see where those rates come from, which is the source of the rate. We have some from booking.com, we have Pets Online, we have Expedia, we have Sabre, right? We have also Sabre GDS rates, right? And if I'm curious about any of those, I can click on the panel, right? And find more information about that property or about that hotel. So you see, I can go one by one and finding different information from each one. For example, this one offers photos and videos. So this is interesting because we can click on it and see what the hotel has uploaded. So I can select one of those photos, right? If I'm interested, and maybe our traveler will be grateful. Okay, so then we close, we click on the panel again, right? And we have all our options in here. Let me scroll down a little bit because you are going to notice that some of the hotels, they have like a little man in there. This is because my reservation contains profiles, was created with a profile. So if the reservation was created with a traveler profile or the agency profile, The profiles in general contain the preferred hotel for the traveler. So there is an indicator here. So as you see, it interfaces with the profile. Okay, so I have a Hilton, I have the name of the property, I have information about the location, the distance, the main amenities that the hotel offers. This is not all of them, just the main ones. Then the rate, the value, right? And there is a down arrow that I can click on it because I see that this offer comes from different sources, Beds Online, Booking.com, Expedia, Sabre, and as you can see, the rate is different depending on the source, okay? So if I select the panel or I click on the panel, I can have more information about this hotel, like the chain code, the phone number, right? The property information that we already talked about, that the main services that the hotel offers, right? Amenities. And if I'm curious about the rates, I can go here where it says view rates, right? So it's like I go directly into the hotel, into the Hilton Miami Airport. I go there because I want to see all the rates that they have, right? Okay, so this is exactly the same information as we saw. This is the header of the display and it's showing exactly the same. But the interesting thing comes here because we have 266 different rates for this hotel. So it's a lot to review, right? I cannot go one by one by checking all this content. So there are some options here that I can use to filter this content. For example, I can select the filter and I can say that I want refundable rates only because there are some non-refundable. I'm going to uncheck those. And I have commissionable rates and some that are not, so I can uncheck that as well. So as you can see, I can filter and then I can apply those filters. Instead of 266, now I have a lot of rates, but it's less, 222, which is easier to handle. So for example, I want refundable. Now all of them are refundable, but I want to see different conditions. For example, this one is a prepaid and offers a deposit and is refundable. So maybe this is, or this kind of are the ones that I need, right? There is a green circle in here. If you click on that green circle, it will show you the commission that you have on that rate, okay? And this one has a circle as well, and this one as well. And remember that here you can see all the rate sources. So if I want to check, for example, only booking.com, I'm going to uncheck and just select booking.com, right? And I'm going to apply again. So this is another way that I have to filter the information, okay? Let me go back to the other display. I'm going to check them all and apply again. Okay, so we have 221 once more. Okay, so now I'm interested in this one, in this Expedia rate. So I'm going to open the panel and I'm going to find all the conditions of this rate, right? I see the type of room, the description. I have this second part, which is an option that if I click on the arrows or in any part in the gray part, if I click on it, this pop-up window is easier to read, right? Is easier. Okay, so from here I can read the room, the type of beds, and credit cards accepted, the details of the rate, right? The date range also. You see that in this case it's the same, plus taxes, then the policy, the cancellation policy, the commission, additional details, right? All is in here. And then I have the book option. I have the book in here. So let's click on book after we read all this and we agreed on the conditions. We are ready to do the hotel reservation, right? In the hotel reservation, again, I can see if it is prepaid, deposit, is it refundable, it has all the things that I wanted, right? And from here is going to take the name of the traveler. When we work with aggregators, we need to put the email address as well. So let me add my email. Even if I have the email in the reservation or in the profile, needs to be added, these two fields. It's not enough with having them or having them in the record. Then the corporate discount number, the information, if the information is in the traveler profile, in case you use a profile, it is easier because they are going to be there. You need just to select one of the options. Same happens with the frequent guest number. If we have a frequent guest number for Hilton, it will be in the profile, so we can click on it and that's it. Same happens with the frequent flyer. I mean, it's not mandatory to have a profile, right? If we don't have a profile, we can use CSL. The only thing is that we need to type, right? We need to type in the information in the field. It will take one more minute, but I mean, it's not that you need a profile. Then the same happens with the payment. The system knows that this is a deposit, so the deposit will be added automatically, and we need to select one of the two credit cards that we have. So I have two. I'm going to select the one that has my last name, and I'm going to add the security code, right, for this Visa. Then we need to put the last name is of the card holder, can be the traveler or not, can be a different person. So I'm going to add just the first name and the street address. And then let me add a city and country. Okay, then additional requirements. Maybe my traveler is allergic to feathers, right? No feathers, please. And then finally, we book. Okay, wonderful. So it says room reserved. And as you can see, aggregators are not directly HK. They first go to pending and they have a confirmation number, right? When I sign and I end the record, that segment from PN goes to HK, but not right now. Okay, so I double check the information that I booked. And then I'm ready to display the PNR, right, in graphical. So I have my green button there, display the PNR. This is my air segment, remember, my American Airlines segment. This is my hotel segment, right, with the cancellation policy that I can read once more, right? I can delete, I can modify, I can hide. And this is number 3 is my return, right? Number 3 here is my return air segment. So let me show you here how it looks, right? We have air, right? Air, and we have the hotel for 7 nights. So it's reflecting also in the trip summary. Okay, so now I need to sign and end the record, and I'm going to do it with a format so you can see how it looks in cryptic. I'm going to sign, end the record. It's going to move from my graphical reservation to my classic or cryptic reservation. I'm working now in the graphical mode. That's why you see my white background. But if I go to tools and if I go to options, I can move from graphical style to my classic style. And that will remove, sorry, let me do the display A again. Right. So you see that we don't see it in white anymore. Can be in any theme, color theme that you select. Can be blue, the classic blue, or in my case, purple. Some others use the red, the brown, right? So you can work this way if you prefer, or maybe the graphical. I'm very fan of the graphical, let me tell you. I'm a fan of it, and this is what I like basically for cars and hotels. This is what I use for cars and hotels, the graphical, but you can use the classic as well if you prefer, if you feel more comfortable. So the reservation contains exactly the same fields. The difference is that we see them in cryptic. We have our air segment in here in HK, and we have our hotel, right? And we have the aggregator code, we have the confirmation, we have the city, the check-in, a Monday, then we have the checkout, we have 7 nights, right? This is 0 out and it's okay. Nothing goes there, so there is not a problem with the segment, that's fine. Then we have the name, right? The Hilton Miami Airport. This is 1 passenger and this is 1 night. And then, no, sorry, this is 1 night and this is 1 passenger. And this is the rate, the amount. The rate code is a public fare. So we see like the change keys in here. It's commissionable. This is the commission. Then we have the AGT, the IATA code, if you have one. The deposit, the name of the traveler. This is the cancellation policy, 5 days. No further please, and the confirmation. Okay, wonderful. Karina, do we have questions in the chat?
Yes, yes. Let me
Lots.
just start asking the questions that we have here in the chat. The first question is, does it have any additional cost to work with the aggregators?
Do I go for this one, or we have our panelists there? I would
I
like
don't
to
know,
answer that.
Xavi, if you'd like to answer
Yeah.
this question.
Yeah, sure. Sorry. Yes, I mean, no, there is no cost to access aggregator content through CSL. It's all included in the solution.
Okay, great, great. Another question that we have is, reservations can only be paid on arrival, or can they be prepaid?
This is the
Do you?
example we saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go, go, go.
No. You can go, Leilani, please.
Oh, no, just this is the example we saw with the prepaid. Probably the question arrived earlier before we selected the rate. And yeah, can be prepaid as well and refundable. Yeah, sure.
Excellent. Another question is, when I do a research or a search in the classical view and all the hotels appear, can I change to the graphical view so that it shows me the map?
Oh, right. That's the good one because I forgot to show you the map. Nice. Thank you. Thank you for that. So let me take that one because I forgot to show you the map. That was my mistake. So let me go here and let me ignore this one. Okay, let's ignore it and let's work a little bit in classic. So let's go to the hotel and let's do San Francisco, and maybe for August 28th and 2 nights. Okay. Okay, so you see that this is how it looks in Classic. It contains the panels, it contains the filters, right? So I can sort my hotels by different options: price, property name, distance. Well, maybe let's sort by price and then by distance from my reference point, which is SFO Airport. So let's apply this one. So you can see now it starts with line 5 and then 10, then 11, because I changed the default, let's say, result. And then from here, let me show you this one. We can filter. We have uh, all the vendors in the results. So maybe I'm not interested in, I don't know, maybe Marriott. So I can check the option and then apply again. And then we have the map as our customer was asking. So in the map, we can find the results of the hotels. We can do a zoom in right here. Okay, right. So maybe I'm interested in the ones near the bridge, right? So I have this one, and let me click on it because I'm not sure. Look, it's, sorry. Let me go here. This is the one that I want. No, I clicked on it, but it's not this one. Let me go back there. I don't know why this one is selected. Maybe let's try with another one. Okay, let me double click in here. I don't know, it's jumping to this one, to line 31. Any idea? Any of you? Any of our panelists know why it's jumping? I don't realize this is the first time that it's doing this for me.
Yeah, I've never seen this before. You should be able to click on any of them and see them. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I don't know if this what environment, maybe it's, I don't know. Okay. Anyways, and the good thing that I wanted to show you, but you see that this exact example is not reflecting it, but what I wanted to show you is that when you click on one of the hotels in the map, the system interfaces with your hotel list. So in the list, we have here all the hotels, and the system will highlight and will open the exact example that we selected. Okay, so we'll go here. So from this part, you can read, for example, the properties, the amenities, the property details. You can, I don't know, maybe see the location and the services that the hotel has. And if this is okay, you can go and view the rates. So you can start also the process or being curious about a property by checking in the map, right? So you can start by with the map. And then whenever you want, there is an option here to close the map. So you can close it, right? And you can go back to the map whenever you want, okay? The question was if from the classic I can go to the graphical, and yes, and the map will be there. So I can go to tools, I can go to options, I can go to graphical, right? And the map is still here, right? So I can go to the map and the properties will be right there. I want to, okay, okay. It now is working. I don't know. Maybe it was me doing too many double clicks. Okay, with one click is enough, right? And now it's the hotel in line number 8. You see, is the one that is near the bridge, the Golden Gate. So again, we can see the information, and if the hotel is okay for us, we can go to view the rates. Okay.
Perfect. Perfect, Laura. Perfect. Leilani, sorry. Confusing here. Okay, so we have another question that is it possible to filter only commissionable rates?
Yeah. Oh, no, but not from here. First, you need to access the hotel that you want, right? From this list, which is the one that you want. And then you view the rates. And once you have the rates of Hyatt, let's say in this case, we are just looking at Hyatt Regency. From here, I can once more filter by commission. In this case, all of them are commissionable. So we have 85. Yeah. And all of
Perfect.
them are commissionable. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Another one, which is, do you always have to inform or to add the agency information, or there is a way to save this information automatically?
Yes. We do, because the way we work is not changing. So agency name and address are mandatory, and the traveler, of course, the traveler name needs to be added. So yeah, the same fields. With aggregators, we have more fields. We have the email, we have the phone, we have the credit card holder name, we have the credit card holder address. We have like more fields, as you saw when I did the selling in the pop-up. The thing is that those fields were part of my profile. So for some of them, I just clicked on them because they were already there. Otherwise, we need to type it all. But yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Well, Leilani, we don't have any other questions in the chat. So with that, I think we can maybe close the session because we don't have any questions. So I just would like to thank you for your time and thank you for participants' time in today's webinar. We really hope that the information shared here has been useful and added value to your business. So let me just remind you that in the next 24 hours, we will send you the supporting material via email, which includes the PowerPoint presentation, the training calendar, so that you can enroll for the trainings that we have available, the link for this recorded session, and you can also use this material to revisit this information or maybe share with your colleagues. We will also send you the link to the customer satisfaction survey for this meeting. It's very important for us that you complete so that we can improve in the upcoming sessions. So with that, thank you so much again for your time and for your participation. We hope to see you in the upcoming webinars. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of the day.